Could electric vehicles be the knight in shining armor we've been waiting for in the battle against climate change? Or are we merely tilting at windmills? The quest to conquer climate change through electric vehicles is hitting a few road bumps. Big automakers, the heavyweights in this green bout, are taking a step back. General Motors is tapping the brakes on electric pickup trucks. Ford is shifting gears with a temporary factory cut, and even Tesla is hitting the pause button on some production. But wait a minute, the stakes are high. We're talking about slashing greenhouse gas emissions by over 80% in the transportation sector by 2050 if we can get more folks cruising in electric vehicles. So, it's high time for policymakers to do a bit of soul-searching and explore every avenue to get this transition back on track. The federal government has been sweetening the deal for years with a $7,500 incentive for electric vehicle buyers. Last summer, Congress gave it a double shot, aiming to revamp and reauthorize the rebate. But here's the twist. Just as the US is doubling down, our pals across the pond in Europe are easing off their subsidy gas pedals. Countries like Germany and England have realized these incentives can lead to some deadweight losses. Turns out, many buyers would have gone electric anyway. The Brits, being the clever chaps they are, shifted gears, investing in EV charging infrastructure to ease that range anxiety, the fear of being stranded with an empty battery. Europe is ahead in the EV game, making up about 12% of car sales compared to our 6%. So maybe keeping the incentives until the market matures is a smart move. But Washington needs to keep its finger on the pulse and be ready to switch gears if necessary. States like Massachusetts, handing out their own discounts, should follow suit. The $7.5 billion Congress approved for chargers in 2021 has yet to be utilized. The blame game is real. Washington's red tape and state governments dragging their feet. Massachusetts, it's time to build a robust charging infrastructure to charm car buyers into the EV lane. Let's get those chargers visible, not with fancy lollipops like gas stations, but at least on highway signs. It's time to ditch outdated rules and revamp those signs for the EV revolution. City dwellers without driveways or garages are feeling left out of the EV party. Creative solutions are needed, such as chargers on utility poles or right in the sidewalk. Policymakers, it's time to fund and scale those pilot programs. In the end, electric vehicles aren't just a niche thing, they're a powerhouse in our fight against climate change. Policymakers, it's time to sharpen those strategies, rev up the urgency, and put the pedal to the metal on this civilizational struggle. So, are electric vehicles our knight in shining armor? Only time will tell. But one thing's for sure, we can't afford to stand by and wait. The transition to electric vehicles is a journey that requires all hands on deck, and it's a journey we must embark on for the sake of our planet.